Hey everybody, Zion here from Zelda Informer, and today we're going to be checking out the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Chances are you've probably already heard that the Super Nintendo Classic Edition was a thing, unless you're my grandparents or you're living underneath a rock. So the Super NES Classic comes with 21 games preloaded, 20 of them being classics that you probably remember from back in the day, but then also the never-before-released Star Fox 2. It also comes with everything that you'll need to play the system right out of the box in your TV, and 2 controllers, so now you don't have to try hunting down an extra one like you did with the NES Classic. The box is a pretty simple design, throwback to the original system box, which is really nice. NES Classic did the same style thing. The backside talks about the games, so it gives you a list of all the games that are inside or loaded on the console, and then all the box arts for all the games that are included as well. They've got some screenshots on the bottom, and then ESRB ratings are right over here. So if we flip to the side, it talks a little bit about the controller here. Over here, they give you a description about the system. On the bottom, they give you all the different safety warnings in some different languages. But my favorite little detail is on the top here, where it shows a little kind of line art Super Nintendo controller, but then just says Classics, alluding to maybe that they'll try to do more things like this in the future, maybe an N64 Classic, GameCube, Game Boy, maybe a Wii U in 15-20 years. So who knows, but now that we've looked at the outside of the box, let's actually get this cracked open. I'm really hoping that this one will have like a neat poster like the NES Classic did. We do have something cool like that. There's some type of like manual or something located here. I'm not really sure what, but we'll find out. So we've got a pretty standard warranty card here in a couple different languages. But then we have the startup instructions, which, let's see, yes. So it is a big fold-out poster thing that you would kind of expect to receive in your Super Nintendo games back in the day. That would maybe have advertisements for future games that were going to be released, or current ones that you could go to the store and pick up. So we've got a pretty standard little USB kind of brick here. It says Nintendo on it. We've got the USB power cable here, and then we have a pretty standard HDMI cable. And then I'm just going to crack open the system right away. This thing is tiny. It is way smaller than I was expecting. So it feels light. It's got that original grit that you kind of remember from the Super Nintendo, like a matte finish. It has that. The cartridge door unfortunately doesn't open, but that's probably good. You'd probably just store things in there. Listen to that. Now that's playing with power. Super power. Who am I kidding? And then the reset button works just like you'd expect. Right on the front of the system too, the controller ports are actually dummies. You actually have to flip it forward. Oh, you flip it out? Oh, you flip it out and down. Out and down. And then it just kind of hangs out, and then you can plug your Super Nintendo controllers into this. On the back side then we've got the little HDMI port, and also the DC in, which is just a mini USB port. The part that I'm most excited about are the controllers, because the Super Nintendo controller is probably my favorite controller. And it feels very similar to the original. The only thing that's a little strange is the grit on it is almost the same as how gritty the system is. And I don't remember the controllers being that having that much of like a matte finish to them. Maybe I'm just used to worn down controllers from greasy hands and hours of playing. Me and a couple friends went and waited out in line at Walmart last night to get this. Played a bunch of 1-2 Switch. Maybe you saw on our Instagram story that I shared some of that. They had about 26 of them at our location, but I heard some reports from like some of our local Best Buys, like they I think had around 80. If you really wanted a Super Nintendo Classic Edition and you didn't get one yet, don't go to eBay and buy one. Just wait it out. Nintendo said that they're going to be producing tons of these throughout the holiday season, and with how many they've already produced, I don't think it's going to be troublesome for you to get them. Once the craze dies down a little bit, I think this is going to be an easy pickup, just if you want one. You should be able to just find one on the shelves. If you want to see more of my face doing unboxings of cool stuff like this, leave a like and comment. What? That's not what people say. If you want to see more of my face unboxing cool stuff like this, give us a like and maybe leave a comment down below with which game you're most excited to play on the Super Nintendo Classic. It's Zelda, right? It's gotta be Zelda. Ah! What else could it be? Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Today we're going to be checking out the Atari 2600. Bet you guys are real stoked about that. And today's weather is looking a little. Check it out. There it is. Poof. Yoshi's Island, they actually mention on the back. They don't call it Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, even though the box still does. Who's ready to play some Legend of Zelda? Who's ready to play some unfocused Legend of Zelda? Who's ready to play some Zelda? Me. That's you.